Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today we're talking about the Valorant spreadsheet once again from Rocket. This is for the 1st of the 4th of January. I should say, yeah, 4th of the 1st of January. There we go. So, there hasn't really been a lot of changes, but obviously once again the main thing I want to talk about is China, which obviously I'll get into there pretty quickly. So, first thing to mention as well for all the spreadsheets now is the return and play. That is now, the color has now been changed to gold, which is, I'll be honest, is now a lot better, as it is now easy just to basically um, uh, differentiate basically which plays are returning and whatnot. So it's pretty easy for that. But anyway, we move on. North America, still nothing. We still don't know what that rumored Team Sinatra was. Obviously, we'll probably maybe find out maybe by the end maybe of this month. EG still not really too sure what's happening there. Kurt is now officially gone, like I mentioned before my last video. And then Baby J, I think there was like stuff, I think from a video from NRG that Ethan basically said that Baby J is a very toxic teammate. So considering he was pretty close on maybe signing with EG, could like the chance of him signing with EG basically just be cut? Not really too sure. And then Leviathan, still don't know about that situation. It's still a pretty weird situation, I'll be honest. And 100 Thieves one with Bucio should probably be announced pretty soon. EMEA, also once again nothing right now on Koi and Team Vitality, but obviously looking pretty certain that Trex will be joining Team Vitality, and likely actually now that Grubner will be joining Koi. If that's the case, then some interesting choices there. But gentlemen, they still have not announced their full roster, but I mean that's what matters. That's going to be what that roster is. Pacific now, once again, no changes. RIQ still have not announced their full roster of Flip, Zephyro, and Elmimore, even though it's looking like they probably will be announcing it pretty soon, if not now. But the main one I want to talk about is China. Now, obviously, this spreadsheet hasn't really been changed a lot, mainly in the previous regions, but China has been made a lot of changes. So I'm just gonna go there then one by one, and then after it, I'm actually going to show you another spreadsheet which someone also made by the name of Luke Rogers or at Saiint on Twitter. So Ever Gaming, nothing. I don't think there's gonna be any changes there. Interesting though, FunPlus Phoenix is looking like there's gonna be some changes here. So with Berlin, Lysol, and A are gonna be staying. It's rumored that Life will be joining the team. Life used to play for Attack and Soul Esports, so I would not be surprised if he does join a tier 1 team. I think he absolutely deserves it. But it will be interesting though to see if he does actually join FPX. If that's the case, then he will be replacing Autumn, who could be a possibility, but not really too sure. Is still no info, including his LTZH. Two other rumored players include Stu and Viva. Stu, obviously, I think both of them played for Rare Adam, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, when they came second place at Dragon Ranger Gaming. So, at least those I should say those two players are now looking pretty likely to be, or rumored, I should say, to be joining FunPlus Phoenix, which is pretty interesting. Billy Game has also made some interesting changes. It looks like that Ren is now unlikely to be staying with the team, while Levius, who was the 6th player, could actually maybe join the team as the controller. I'm not really too sure about this one, I'll be honest. I have not seen a lot of gameplay of Levius to really say that this guy really deserves a spot, so I can't really say anything about that, but possible chances, I'll be honest. All gamers now, I'm pretty sure Bayan has now officially gone back to DRX, or I should say DRX prospects. I think maybe Mika as well, but Bayan is definitely gone. And rumor has it that YHN, who basically was, I think, the 6th player, pretty sure for Dragon Ranger Gaming, will be joining the team. However, it's only a rumor, and it's not basically not definitive, so not really too sure, but I'll be very, very surprised if he actually does leave Dragon Ranger Gaming, because they did utilize him pretty well in Ascension, and I'm pretty sure as well. I think Xeno. I'm pretty sure he replaced Xeno a couple of times. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it might be Dingwei, but well, actually, wait, no, never mind. I'm thinking of Yuchien. YHN used to play for Attack Soul Esports. The well, Attack Soul or was it Fun Plus? Oh my, no, it was Attack Soul Monk. So, my apologies. It's Attack Soul Esports YHN, great player. It would be cool to see him in Tier 1 again, but not really too sure. As for the other players as well. Nova Esports now, and I don't think there's been a lot of changes. I think Guan and Uru looks like are certain to be joining in the team. Peng H and Obone are not really too sure. JL's look like he's gone, and rumor has it that Never is going to be joining the team. I don't know anything about Never, I'll be honest. I don't think he was even in the or I don't know if he was even in any team, I'll be honest. But I don't really know a lot about this guy, I'll be honest. So I'm not too sure. A bit of a confusion, I'll be honest, from my end about Never. Trace Esports, I'm pretty sure, is like the only team that has actually announced their players, apparently, and they'll be all returning, which includes Fangf, Heibi, Yu, Flexen, and Kai, and Dynamite as a sixth player, and Destroyer as the coach. That's looking pretty certain, set in stone, that this roster will be the roster that Trace Esports will be running. Titan Esports Club now. Now, apparently, it is Black and QE. I apologize if I did mispronounce his name, but it's looking like they will be returning to Titan Esports Club. Abo, I'm pretty sure, is still on the contract technically with Edward Gaming, so I'm not really too sure on his end. While the basic leader rest, including the coach of Three Water, all of them are question marks. No idea what's going to be happening with Titan Esports Club. Now, we know a bit about what's going to be happening with JD Gaming. Apparently, certainly, Jakuro, Simon, and Mr. Kani are certain to be joining JD Gaming and with the new players. I think Zion, I'm pretty sure Zion, he was with the team. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So he will be returning to the team. Apparently, he has played, but not really too sure. And I think Farway is also a new one, but I might be wrong, but there's absolutely no info on him. And Billy O, who will be the new coach for the team as well. Not really too sure what to really think about this roster on paper. It's looking like it's pretty decent, maybe just a mid-pack team in my opinion, but ultimately we have to wait for the other teams to be announced as well. Tyloo now, and everyone is basically certain to be joining other than Sword 9. Now, I'm pretty sure last time I heard about Sword 9, I think he was the coach of Edward Gaming, and apparently he will be returning, but apparently rumor has it that he might be joining this one. Which is Tyloo. I don't know, maybe it's a different Sword 9. I have no idea. I don't think it is. I think it is the same Sword 9 that is currently with Edward Gaming as their assistant coach. Could he maybe actually join Tyloo as their fifth player for some reason? I don't really know. But that would be very interesting to say the least. Yeah, I generally have no idea why he would leave to go to Tyloo, but whatever. Wolves Esports is actually looking pretty interesting. It's looking like Plex, who used to play for Billy Gaming, I think. Not Billy. Team Werbo. That's it. Team Werbo is looking like he will be joining Wolves Esports as the initiator, which is really interesting considering that I'm pretty sure Plex was the duelist for the team and the IGL. So could it maybe be a role change maybe for Plex for this year? I have no idea. And I think Naint, he's also new as well. So I don't really know what Wolves Esports are cooking, but it's looking like Plex will be the sole import player, and it's going to be a bunch of Chinese players, I'm guessing, or Chinese, Taiwan, Hong Kong players, basically. Not really too sure, because obviously of the import rule, but this actually is not too bad of a pickup, because Plex, he's a decent player. He's pretty good. And he's also the very interesting advocate that he actually does speak Mandarin. So he could see he's very fluent with Mandarin, I should say, extremely fluent. So he could actually just be fine. Like there would be no communication issues or anything. He can easily speak Mandarin. And the final one is Dragon Range Gaming, and it's just like I said in my video, in the last roster rumors video, Xeno is gone most likely. Not surprised considering that they want to keep Akashu, which absolutely makes sense. He was a phenomenal player for them during Ascension, so that completely makes sense. and everyone else also did a very, very good job as well. Obviously, I do think Zeno, he did a wonderful job in during Ascension. It's just I mean he was basically up against Fakashi for that final import spot, so it would be very difficult to beat that. I'll be honest, but I think Yichien, I think he might just probably just be the new fifth player for the team. He could maybe be the flex role, even though I'm pretty sure he just plays smokes, but whatever. But not really too sure. I think the roles in Dragon Range are a bit weird, other than the Virus Luke. I think he's the only player that actually has the correct role. I think Dingwei, I think Dingwei is fine, but I think Nick and Vakash both of them need to swap with their roles. And Yichien, pretty sure he is going to be the sixth player and will probably be on the starting roster as well. Now, I did mention as well that we're going to be looking at another spreadsheet, that being this one from Luke Rogers or Saiint. He actually made a spreadsheet basically for China, which is pretty interesting. I'll leave a link to this down in the description below as well. So here it is. These are just all Google Docs. So basically, what is looking like is that like a beige light green is confirmed. The green is likely. Yellow is no info on possible. Red is unlikely. A beige, no, not beige. A maroon color is rumor / trial, while the brown is assumption. Saber Gaming, all them, the start five remain under contract. Muggle, not really too sure, but is looking pretty likely that everyone will be staying. Trace Esports, so we're just gonna be going down this way. So Trace Esports, basically existing roster in a partner video, so it's looking pretty likely that that's gonna be the roster. That's basically how we know from that. JD Gaming, so is looking like I think Zion, he was linked in. Actually, I should say, I'm pretty sure Jakuro, Misakani, Zion, and Farway, they were probably all linked. However, it says right here that potentially after picking up our Adam Core, new players either dropped or academy. So I'm not really too sure what this means. I'm very surprised that they did not keep Vichy, considering that they basically could, in my opinion. But either way, whatever. But they could, but yeah. So basically, what they're saying is that they could just pick up the rare Atom Core, but as what it look like, obviously later, it's looking like that Stu and Viva are probably going to be gone to Fun Plus Phoenix. But if they do join Rare Atom, that'll be pretty decent. But the real question is, who is going to be like doing it? Basically, who is going to be the import player? Because those are at least Stu and Yeoman. Both of them are not Chinese, Taiwan, or Hong Kong. Both of them are Korean. So the most likely one it looks like is probably Stu. I think Stu might stay. Yeoman, I'm sad about that. He's probably going to be leaving. But that's what it looks like right now. Billy Gaming. It is apparently rumored actually that Ren will be leaving. I don't know about the replacement. But it could be Livius or Bear. No pictures of Rin, and obviously shared on Weibo. That's really all. So I don't know all about Bear, I'll be honest, but apparently he's there. Titan Esports Club, apparently it was actually an announcement. So Black, QE, and Shameless, apparently all three of them were announcements. While Abo was actually on Weibo, so it looks like Abo will be staying with Titan Esports Club. Not really too sure on Kawaii, X Titan, and Aid. Not really too sure about those, or XTN I should say. Not really too sure about those three. Wolves Esports, not really too sure on this. Looks like that it says here they're doing potentially not an import. Not really too sure what that really means, but apparently on Twitter, Nate pretty sure confirmed it himself that they joined Wolves Esports, and this is apparently what a possible VCT roster may look like, which includes Spring, Balua, Coldfish, Uricol, and Plix. I don't know a lot about Balua. I know Coldfish, she used to play pretty sure for Tyloo, might be wrong. Spring, Nip, Uricol, FunPlus Phoenix, and Attack and Soul, and then Plix, like I mentioned before, from Team Weibo. So that could be a decent roster. I mean, Spring, he definitely showed up, especially in Ascension, so he was pretty good. Uricol's also pretty decent as well. Nova Esports down here now. And a Russian import apparently never apparently is Russian. I think apparently. So if that's the case, then he will probably maybe join it. And then we obviously know that Guang and O, both of them are basically will be joining. Guang from Douyin, and then O or JL apparently still representing the org, but JL is rumored for sale. JL, I'm pretty sure is the coach for the team. I think I might be wrong. Or actually, no, that man, he's a sub. So I'm not really too sure about JL, but we know that U is still on the team. We know that for a fact. Tyloo now, and the starting five will still represent Tyloo. Ninja Close like Nine Body, Lure King, Ice King, Ack, and Slowly. Potentially trilingually though is Sword 9. Like I mentioned before, he is obviously the coach for Edward Gaming, so I'm not really too sure on that. I'll be very confused if for some reason Saw 9 gets let go. Dragon Ranger Gaming, like I mentioned before, Xeno is basically gone because of the import rules, so we swiftly move on. All Gamers. Now this is looking pretty interesting already. I'm pretty sure this sort of roster is looking like it'll be Delb, Bunt, Monk, and YHN. Now, I think Bunt and Monk, pretty sure both of them were formerly from Billy Gaming. Delb was from 17 Gaming, and YHN, like I mentioned before, pretty sure was from Attack Assault Esports. So that's already a decent looking roster, definitely mid pack. But yeah, I'm not really too sure what the changes were. Like, I don't know if it was like an assumption, now it's a rumor, or if it was unlikely, now it's a rumor. I'm not really too sure on that. I need to obviously have a look at the other spreadsheets to have a look at it, I'll be honest. Fun Plus Phoenix is, I'm pretty sure, is the final team, I think, if I remember correctly. Is it the final team? Yes, it is. So Fun Plus Phoenix is the final team. And rumor has it that Life will be with the team. And then Autumn, I'm guessing his probability went down, I'm guessing. Not really too sure. But however, these three, we have Berlin, Lysol, and A, they're basically going to be sane. And then Nathan D, possibly going to be sane as well, but it's looking pretty likely. And also from info from Rare Adam have two buyouts. Well, I should say I've said two buyouts. The rumor cost is Stu and Viva with 5.5 million RMB, which I don't really know what the calculation is. I'm just going to quickly do it right now. Okay, so basically, a 5.5 million in RMB, which is Chinese yuan, is the equivalent in US dollars as 773,407. And then next, it says the full team will cost 8 million RMB, which is Chinese yuan once again. That is basically the equivalent of 1,124,956 United States dollars. So it's pretty hefty and extremely expensive. But no info of them will end up, but all gamers make a lot of sense. YHN as the Yeoman replacement. So that's pretty interesting to say that though. That YHN will be the replacement for Yeoman. And then I just want to as well mention as well that players marked yellow are likely in a team above. So obviously a bunch of these players like Life, YHN, they are pretty likely to be joining one of these teams above. Who else? No one else. Okay, so that's really all, I'll be honest. So this is an extremely interesting spreadsheet. Obviously, if you are focusing a lot on China, but I will, of course, leave a link to this as well. And hell, I might actually maybe look at this, I'll be honest, than the spreadsheet from Rocket, considering that this is actually what we're mainly looking for. We are mainly looking at China, considering that the other three regions have basically confirmed all their stuff. We are mainly focusing now on China, so I think I'll probably do this one from now on, and we'll just ignore the other regions, I'll be honest, until some roster announcements have been confirmed. So now I'd like you now, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help me, especially on this channel. And once again, like I said before, I'll leave a link to this Google Doc. Obviously this tweet as well, and obviously as well Luke Rogers' Twitter account, and I'll also leave links all to Rocket's spreadsheet as well. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.